I just want to preface this video by saying that although protein powders can be a quick and convenient way for you to meet your daily protein intake goals, it should not replace real food. Now, with that said, stay tuned because we're going to be going over all the different types of protein powders. I'm going to help you determine which one is going to be best for you to take depending on what your goals and needs are. What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. Now, as you can see, we got our lovely ladies of the evening. We got all different types of protein powders. That's exactly what we're gonna be going over. There's just so many different powders on the market. Essentially, at the end of the day, protein is protein. We all know it's important. You need it to build the muscle. But with so many different options out there, how exactly do you know which one is best for you? That's exactly what we're gonna be going over. So for today, I got a handful right here of what I believe are the most common protein powders that people will most likely take. And again, we're just talking about the average gym bro, the average fit chick. We're not talking about like mainstream bodybuilders, no. This is just for us, the common folk. We're looking for something good. We need something that gets the job done. So with that being said, let's jump into our first powder. And that's gonna be whey protein. Again, whey protein is the most common one. For a majority of the people out there, this one right here will get the job done. Now, the one that I'm personally using is the Kirkland brand. We sell it at Costco, no big deal. Protein powder, 25 grams per serving, 130 calories per serving, or I should say per scoop, no big deal. Quick and effective, gets the job done. Now, when it comes to whey protein, you may notice right here on the bag, it says made with whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate. This one has a mixture of both, but depending on which store you go to, you might see that they actually come as two individual supplements, whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate. Now, in my opinion, majority of us are not even at that top level. We're not competing as professional bodybuilders, so I wouldn't be too concerned about choosing one over the other. For most, a whey concentrate will get the job done. For those who don't know the difference, whey protein concentrate is just, think of it as the whole chicken, all right, or the whole cow, meat, all right. It has a good high concentration of protein per serving, but along with that, what does the rest of the serving consist of? Let's just say 80% of that scoop is the actual protein. What is the other 20%? Well, the other 20% could be the carbs, the fats, and all the other substances they do to give, the protein powder its color, its flavoring, all that extra stuff. Now, whey protein isolate is the protein further isolated. It's in the name. They put it through an extra filtration process to get rid of all the extra fats, all the extra carbs, all the extra stuff that gives it the flavoring, all that stuff, and it's just more isolated protein. So realistically, again, the biggest difference between concentrate and isolate is the isolate is a higher amount of protein per scoop. So the way I like to think about it is if the concentrate is, a nice cut of steak, it's got the meat, the red part of the steak, and the fat along with it, all right, no big deal. The isolate is that same steak, but with the fat and all the extra stuff trimmed out, so you're just stuck with the main red meat. You're stuck with the actual protein source itself and very minimal of all the extra things. Why would you take this type of protein powder in the first place? Well, the main reason should be obviously for muscle building purposes. We need the protein to build the muscle. Now, most people would take it in their post-workout shake. You're done hitting arms, done hitting legs. All right, throw a scoop of this in your shaker cup, shake it up, down it. No big deal, all right? You're getting quick and highly digestible protein right after your workout. Good for you. But for many others, they may be taking this type of protein powder simply because it is convenient for them. Again, if you're having a hard time just meeting the amount of protein you should be eating per day with normal whole food sources, such as chicken, steak, turkey, fish, eggs, beans, whatever it may be, then yeah, this could be a good substitute. It should, however, not replace real food. You still want to try to prioritize whole foods, real food, stay on top of your diet, and this should be added on top as a supplement. Again, it's called supplements for a reason. It's meant to supplement your diet. Now, you're a busy college student, you're going from class to class, or you're working shift after shift at work, you know, you don't have that long of a lunch break, or you don't get that many breaks, you don't have time to actually heat up your food, eat it. No, this might be a good substitute. It's just very convenient for you to get your protein in this way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. To sum up this one, again, very convenient for everyone. For most, this will get the job done. But what if we go a little bit more into the specifics? That's where this big boy comes into play. Now we're gonna be talking about weight gainers. Ultimately, what it is a weight gainer is realistically protein powder mixed in with carb powders. Believe it or not, they do sell powdered carbs just how they sell powdered protein. A weight gainer, that's all it is. You're just gaining the weight because you're eating extra amounts of carbs. It does have a higher amount of protein per serving, but at the same time, you got to take this into account. A serving of this is going to be way bigger than a serving of this. You take the scoop that comes in the bag with this compared to the scoop that comes with this one's obviously going to be a lot bigger. So obviously you're going to be having way more protein to go with it, but along with it, the scoop is bigger because now you're not just scooping up protein, you're scooping up an excess amount of carbs. I mean, we're looking at the nutrition facts here, 1 serving, 4 scoops compared to this being only 1 scoop. And what does the 4 scoops of this consist of? 47 grams of protein, and along with that, 75 grams of carbs. So you see, a majority of it is going to be coming from the carbs. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. If you want to use this as your main protein powder, go for it. Now, who, why, and when would you take it? The who is going to be people like myself, those of us who are just naturally on the thinner side. Maybe we struggle to eat a lot of solid food. This might be a good alternative. Again, it just could be hard to eat so much food every couple hours, especially if you have a busy schedule. You know, you're at school, you're at work, you have a lot of responsibilities, you're running back and forth. We don't always have time to be eating a large meal. And again, if you're someone who struggles to gain weight, you already know the meals have to be bigger. So, you know, there's only so much food that we can eat in a day with the time that we're given. This might be a good alternative. You know, it's a weight gainer shake. It's meant to help you gain weight. It has higher amounts of protein, higher amounts of carbs, higher amounts of calories. A lot of it is realistically just a lot of calories. Now, the when, just whenever you can throw it in. Again, depending on what your schedule is, you don't have time to be eating such a big meal. Even if you're eating smaller meals but at a higher frequency, how frequent can you eat a lot of meals if you have other things you got to do throughout the days? So just throw this in whenever you can, as often as you can. I will say though, this is not a meal replacement shake. You should still be trying to get your good amount of meals in of natural sources. You know, still eat your steak and your baked potato, okay, your fish and your broccoli, okay, your chicken and your rice. Still prioritize your main meals and throw this in if needed. The timing of it doesn't really matter. It's just more of, you know, you're going a couple extra hours without eating and you know you need to have a little break in between there. All right, throw this in there. But I would say the timing is not so strict with this compared to how strict it is with maybe some other protein powders that we'll be talking about. The other kinds that we're talking about, this one right here, casein protein powder. Now, what makes casein so specific and so unique is the fact that it is a slow digesting protein. Okay, it's not like the whey protein, or it's not like the weight gainer where, you know, you take it and, you know, your body burns off, you know, it's easily digestible, you know, goes through your body quickly, you know, it hits you hard, you know, it gets in your blood system good, nice and quick. No, this one, you got to treat her right. You got to take your time with her. When will this one come into play? Specifically, if you know you're going to be going a good amount of time, specifically hours, without eating. Okay, so when would that be? Depending on how busy your work schedule is, depending how busy your school schedule is, if you know you're going to be going hours without eating anything specific with protein, that's when you will throw this in. Or at the end of the day, right before you're going to be going to sleep, because now you know when you go to sleep, you're going hours on end without eating. This is when this type of protein powder will come into play. Okay, it is slow digesting. We all know our muscles, it needs the protein, but when we're awake, we're eating every 2.5 to 3 hours to try to put on that size, feeding the muscle. When we go to sleep, that's not the case. We're not gonna be waking up every 3 hours once we're asleep at night to get up, go downstairs, and eat. No, so you need something in your system that can stay in your system for a longer time. Casein protein powder, make yourself a casein shake right before you go to bed, down it, boom, knock out. Okay, let's just say you go in and your first lunch break at work is not until 6 hours after you clock in. That's 6 hours you're going without eating. Okay, how about you go ahead and eat this, or I should say drink this, right before you clock in, and boom, it can stay in your system for those amount of hours, and then boom, lunch break, now you can down your next meal. So this will definitely hold you off longer. Along with that, it will make you feel fuller longer, because again, it's staying in your system longer. It's digesting a lot slower, so it is more satiating. It will make you feel fuller. So even if you're someone, let's just say, who's on the cut, you know, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to reduce the amount of calories you're eating, you're not trying to eat as frequently, this will definitely come into play with that. Because again, the longer it is in your system, you're not gonna feel as hungry, the less risk of you overeating or eating as often will come into play. So just wanna put that out there. Now we're gonna be going more into the specifics of protein powders that we've already talked about, such as the whey protein. We already talked about what it is, who it's for, when to take it. But for many of you, you can't take that. Why? Because you're vegan. That's where plant-based protein powder comes into play. Essentially is the exact same reasonings of who, the why, and the when you should take it as whey protein, but it's just, it fits your dietary needs. You can't eat animal products for whatever reason, whether it's, you know, you actually have a dietary restriction, or, you know, it's your own personal choice to choose to go down the vegetarian or the vegan route. That is perfectly fine. If you want to go ahead and eat any type of plant protein powder, by all means do so. Just understand that the only downside of this is you will have to heavily rely on this more compared to this. Because if, you know, if you're on a vegetarian diet, if you're on a vegan diet, it's harder for you to get the amount of protein that you need to sustain the muscle growth that you want to achieve. So therefore you will have to rely more on supplementation like this. And along with that, you'll have to eat more of this, because if you do the math, the amount of servings that you need of this type of protein powder is way more compared to this. One serving or one scoop of protein powder of this is 24 grams of protein. However, 2 scoops of this is 24 grams of protein, or not even 24, 21 grams. So you see, just the volume of powder that you'll need from this to equate this is gonna be far more, which is not a deal breaker or many, but you know, just wanna put that out there. But if we're looking at it cost-wise, this is definitely more expensive. So again, nothing wrong with it. If you're vegan, vegetarian, don't eat any animal products, whatever it may be, you do have your options. Just know that, you know, you may have to rely on this more, just because it's just so hard to get your protein powder if you're not eating animal products. But I don't judge anyone. If this is the route you want to go down, go for it. And lastly, we got collagen. Now, I feel like with collagen, it's one of those that many people don't really realize that it is a protein, but most people only associate protein with, you know, the traditional protein powders. But no, collagen, peptides. Peptide means protein. This per serving, 19 grams. There's nothing wrong with taking this. Now, it does have additional benefits that the other type of protein powders do not. With this one specifically, collagen right here. What exactly is collagen good for? It's good for the skin, good for the hair, good for the nails. If you're someone that breaks out a lot like myself, this will definitely come into play. If you're someone who looks out after your hair health, your nail health, by all means take it. There are many people that believe if you have a muscle injury, you tore something, that taking collagen will help replenish that or help you heal that wound faster. No. There's actually research now that's debunking the fact that collagen can help repair muscle tissue after a major muscle tear or major muscle injury. All right, just want to throw that out there. But with all due respect, collagen definitely has its time and place. I personally take collagen, not necessarily for getting the protein take. I do it more for the, you know, the skin benefits, because like I said, I am someone who breaks out a lot, so I definitely do. At the end of the day, I go ahead and I make my casein shake, so a scoop of casein, and I only do half a scoop of the collagen because I don't need the excessive amounts of protein. No, I just need this for the benefits for my skin. But if you want to use this as a protein source, like in your protein shake, like I said, good amount of protein. This is something that people often overlook. They think of collagen as just collagen. They just think of it as just the hair, skin, and nails. No, the protein you can get from this is amazing, convenient, relatively inexpensive, definitely worth it in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you do what you feel is right for you. If you feel like you're the type of person that needs to gain weight, boom, go with your weight gainer. If you feel you're the type of person who has a busy schedule, you can't eat as often, all right, go with the casein. If you're vegan, go with the plant-based. If you struggle with skin, hair, and nails, all right, collagen. Or if you want to sum it all up and get yourself a good, well-rounded protein powder that will cover all your basic needs, then let's just go with Old Reliable and get yourself a basic whey protein. I mean, this right here, like I said, it gets the job done. Nothing too crazy. It's Old Reliable. It's like when you're typing up an essay. It's Times New Roman font. Nothing too crazy, but it gets the job done. It's the go-to for many. So there you have it, everyone. Hopefully this video clears up all the different types of protein powders that we have. Again, understand what it is that you're buying. Many of these are way more expensive than the others. Many have different benefits that the others don't, but everyone's gonna be a little different. Whether you're new to the gym, intermediate, advanced, if you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, build muscle, build strength, whatever it may be, we all have different fitness goals. Each one of these is gonna play some type of role in helping you achieve the goals, but you need to know what that role is. So again, I just really wanted to break down all the different benefits for each, the cost, who, the why, and the when you should be taking each. Again, I want to help y'all get to your goals through protein, but regardless, real food should take precedence. All right, do not only rely on this and not even eat a regular whole food diet. Still try to get the bare minimum of 3 good meals in per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right, if you want to exceed that, go to 4, 5, 6 meals per day. Let's just say if you're a bodybuilder, then do so. But these should never take the place of real food. They're called supplements for a reason. It's meant to supplement your normal diet. Comment down below if this video was helpful. Comment down below what is your go-to protein powder, what is the go-to brand and the go-to type of protein and go-to flavor, because I'm tired of using the same flavors all the time. I got vanilla and I got chocolate, the basics. I want to try some new things. Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to my channel, but my girlfriend's channel, our couple's channel, so you miss out any new videos. Because remember, new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And the Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. That being said, I'll catch y'all next time.